In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear friends of Radiance of Islam. That night, the sky over Mecca was crystal clear. The stars sparkled like diamonds against the black canvas of night, and the full moon shone brightly, casting its glow over the rocky hills and humble clay homes. Near the Kaaba, the leaders of the Quraysh huddled together, their faces tense. They had grown uneasy with the message of Muhammad ibn Abdullah, a man they once called Ameen, the trustworthy. But now he preached something shocking. There is only one God, Allah, and your idols are powerless stones. This wasn't just about faith, it was about power. Mecca thrived as the heart of Arab pilgrimage, where tribes worshipped their idols at the Kaaba. If Muhammad's teachings spread, their wealth and influence would vanish. So they tried everything to stop him, mocking him, calling him a liar, even a madman. But the more they fought him, the stronger his followers grew. His words carried deep wisdom, his character was flawless, and strange miracles surrounded him. People whispered, could he really be a prophet? That night, the Quraysh leaders plotted, if he's truly sent by God, let him prove it. Prophets before him had performed impossible feats. Moses split the sea, Jesus healed the sick. They needed something just as unbelievable. Finally, they settled on the ultimate test. Make the moon split in two. It was impossible. No man could do such a thing. If he failed, they'd expose him as a fraud. But if he succeeded, with smug confidence, they sent for him. The challenge. As the prophet, peace be upon him, sat with his companions, a Quraysh messenger arrived, smirking. You say you're Allah's messenger? He taunted. Then prove it. Split the moon in half, if you really are a prophet. The companions froze. This was no ordinary test. The moon, split in two? It was unthinkable. But the prophet didn't hesitate. He raised his hand. The night the moon split. The prophet, peace be upon him, stayed calm. He knew Allah could do anything. With a quiet smile, he asked, if I show you this miracle, will you believe it? The Quraysh laughed. Of course. If you can split the moon, we'll have to accept you're truly a prophet. The prophet raised his hands and prayed, O Allah, show them your power. The unthinkable happens. Suddenly the night changed. The air turned cold. Silence fell over Mecca. Then, the moon split in two. Right before their eyes, it cracked apart, separating into two glowing halves. The Quraysh stood shocked. Some shook in fear. Others couldn't speak. This is magic, one leader shouted. Muhammad is tricking us. But some whispered in wonder. What if he's really telling the truth? Days later, travelers arrived with the same story. We saw it too. The moon was split. The truth ignored. For those who wanted guidance, the sign was clear, but the stubborn refused. Even after seeing the impossible, they made excuses. No, it's just powerful sorcery. He's fooled everyone. Deep down, they were afraid. They knew this wasn't human magic, but admitting it meant giving up their pride, their idols, everything. Meanwhile, the believers' faith grew stronger. They thanked Allah for the miracle, knowing some hearts would never open, no matter what they saw. The night the moon split. That night, the truth was revealed, but only those with pure hearts could truly see it. When merchants from distant lands arrived in Mecca, even the Quraysh ran out of excuses. If this was just magic, how could people far away witness the same miracle? Yet their pride choked the truth. They knew, but refused to believe. The secret meeting. In the shadows of Abu Jahl's home, the Quraysh leaders gathered, faces grim, voices sharp. They couldn't let this miracle shake Mecca's faith in idols. We must control the story, Abu Jahl growled. If people believe this was real, they'll follow Muhammad. But how? Someone argued. Even outsiders saw the moon split. Abu Lahab clenched his fists. Then we say his magic is powerful, so strong it fooled all of Arabia. Some nodded, but others hesitated. If his magic is that strong, doesn't that make him even more dangerous? Abu Jahl slammed the table. It doesn't matter. We just need doubt. Doubt will keep them away from him. The whisper war. The lie spread. It was just sorcery, an illusion. But in the marketplace, people whispered, "I saw it myself." An old man trembled. "The moon, split in two." A young man frowned. "But the leaders say it was magic." Magic that reaches the whole world? Another challenge. Even travelers from far lands saw it. The choice. Some hearts stirred. Could Muhammad be right? But fear held them back. Fear of abandoning their ancestors' ways. An elder sighed. This was no trick. But what does it mean? Meanwhile, the believers stood firmer than ever. The miracle is proof, they declared. But the Quraysh struck back. Threats, pressure, fear. Even with the truth shining before them, many turned away, blinded by pride. The Quraysh saw the miracle with their own eyes, yet their hearts stayed closed. They clung to power and pride, refusing the truth. Even Abu Jahl knew Muhammad, peace be upon him, was no liar. But admitting it meant losing control, so he lied, even to himself. Others felt the pull of faith but hesitated. What if my tribe turns on me? Fear kept them silent, waiting. For the believers, the split moon was proof. For the prophet, his duty was clear. Deliver the message. Guidance belongs to Allah alone. Mecca moved on, but the memory lingered. The Quraysh pretended it never happened. The believers held it close in their hearts. And hesitant, every night the moon stared back, haunting them. Years later, Islam conquered Mecca. Those who denied the miracle finally surrendered, when denial was useless. But arrogant, the split moon would testify against them on Judgment Day. The Quran sealed the truth forever. The hour has come near, and the moon has split. 54-1. A warning, a sign, a challenge. For believers, it's proof. For doubters, it's a test. The moon healed, but the choice remains. Open your heart or harden it further. When they see a sign, they turn away and say, "This is just magic." 54:2. Centuries pass, but the lesson stays the same. Truth always wins. Will you follow it or fight it? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and support. Remember to share, like, and subscribe to show your support. I'll see you tomorrow back here on YouTube. Take care of yourself.